We're excited that you're interested in the Establish Your Roots program. Let's run through some numbers so you can understand how this program works. First, we're going to calculate the home down payment. If a home is, we'll say $50,000, our lending partners typically require 10% down. So 10% of $50,000 would be $5,000. Now let's calculate some credits to see how that would apply to the down payment. Let's say the home rent, this is not the site rent, but this is the home rent payment, is $500 a month. And there has been 10 on-time monthly payments. We will match that dollar for dollar when we're talking about applying it to the down payment. So 500 times 10 would equal $5,000 towards the down payment. Now this resident would be able to purchase this home with nothing out of pocket. But let's say the resident has only been with us for 5 months and every single payment has been on time. That means we'd be able to use 500 times 5, and that would give them $2,500 in credits. They do not have enough right now to purchase the home they're in with nothing out of pocket. So their choices are to come to the table with the difference, which would be another $2,500, or they could continue to rent the home they're in for another 5 months if they're looking to purchase their home with nothing out of pocket. There's quite a few options that we can do. You can also look at doing a less expensive home to get that down payment even lower if that's one of the goals. Here's another scenario to look at. This time, the resident wants a larger house, maybe a 4-bedroom. They've had a baby since they've moved in and they want a little more space. So the home they're looking to purchase is now $70,000. 10% of that purchase price for the down payment will be $7,000 is the down payment. Now the home rent that this resident was paying was $400. This resident has lived with us for a full year, but 2 of the months throughout the year had a late fee on them. When we're applying credits or calculating credits, we're only using on-time monthly payments. So if there is a month that was harder to pay and maybe is a little bit late and had a late fee, we will not count that month. Now these don't have to be consecutive. We don't reset the clock, we just don't count that month. So out of the 12 months, only 10 of these payments were on time. So when we calculate this, we just calculate the on-time payments. So we had 10. So that would give them $4,000 down. The $4,000 down for the credits is not quite where they need to be yet. So their choices are to come up with $3,000 out of pocket or to continue to rent and let this accumulate even more credits until they have the full $7,000. Something that's exciting about the Establish Your Roots program is you're not locked into the home you're currently renting. If you want to go with a larger home or maybe a newer, more energy efficient home, you have the flexibility to do so. You can use those rent credits towards any home in any Roots community. Say you want to be closer to your family back home and we have Roots communities in that area. You can buy a home in a totally different state even, as long as it's a Roots community, and still use the full benefits of your rental credits that you've already been accumulating.